Hey guys, it's Jamie. Welcome back to my channel. Today, if you couldn't tell from the title already and everything that's going on my face, I am doing a Coachella makeup tutorial for you guys. Now, I went way out there today. I really wanted to have some fun with my makeup. I did this really cool bronze smoky eye with a pop of pink right on the lower lash line and these awesome face jewels. Coachella is all about face jewels this year, so I really wanted to play with them and see what they look like on, and I honestly think they look pretty badass. This look is really easy to recreate and I hope you guys enjoy it. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did and click that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. So now without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. Alright guys, so first things first, you always gotta start off with a primer, especially if you're at a music festival. It is going to be sweaty and you want to be prepared for that. So you want a nice good primer to really hold and lock in your shadow. I'm actually going to be using two primers because it's better to be safe than sorry. So I'm going to be taking first my Too Faced Shadow Insurance and I'm going to apply this all over my lid. I'm also going to apply a little bit of this right on my lower lash line since we are going to be applying a lot of bright colors over there. And then for my second primer, I'm going to be taking Soft Ochre to really blank out my eyes so that I have a nice blank canvas to work on. So I'm just going to apply this all over my lid. First shadow that I'm going to be using today is going to be Peach Smoothie from Makeup Geek. I'm going to use this as my transition shade. So on a big fluffy brush, this is the Sigma E40. I'm going to apply this right above my crease and quite a generous amount. Okay, so now for the crease, I'm going to apply Latte, which is pretty much just like a neutral medium brown. And on a fluffy brush, this is the Sigma E35, I'm going to quickly buff this right into my crease just to add a little bit of definition there before we add the all over lid color. Again, you can see I'm really going in big circular motions. I'm not being too precise here. I'm just really buffing that out. Alright, so for the lid, I'm going to take Blitz from Makeup Geek. This is a loose pigment, and it's such a gorgeous bronze color. And if I spray my brush with some Fix Plus, it's going to make it really nice and intense. I'm going to start packing this all over my lid. And you can see it is just the most gorgeous, like, rusty brown color. It's so pretty. Alright, so you can see it looks a little bit messy, so I'm going to go back into Latte with my big fluffy brush, and I'm going to start to buff out those edges so that Blitz sort of melts seamlessly into the other colors that we already applied. Just blend back and forth, keep on moving your brush until you're happy with the way it looks. Then you want to go back into your fluffy brush and just go along those top edges just to make sure that everything is blending seamlessly, because you could definitely kill a look like this if there are any harsh lines. You want everything to be nice and smoky. Alright, so now that we're done with that, I'm going to clean up my under eyes and we're going to do our face and then we're going to come back to the eyes a little bit later. Alright guys, so now I'm going to move on to the face. So first things first, I'm going to put on some moisturizer. This is my Ombre Elise Milk Cream Concentrate, my favorite moisturizer for when I apply makeup to my face. Now I definitely recommend applying a moisturizer that has some SPF in it, because if you're going to be outside the whole entire day, you definitely want to protect your skin. So for my primer, I'm going to be taking my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water and I'm going to spritz this all over my face. Alright, so obviously we do want our foundation to be very, very long wearing. So I'm first going to take my beauty blender and I'm going to spray it with my setting spray. This is just going to help make the makeup last a little bit longer. So I'm just going to spritz this a few times around my beauty blender like that. And the foundation that I'm going to be using today is my favorite foundation if you want something that is very waterproof and that's going to last a really long time, but it's still really lightweight on the skin. This is the Makeup Forever Face and Body. MAC also makes a face and body foundation that is also wonderful, but I do sort of prefer the Makeup Forever one. And you just want to pat it in with a damp beauty blender. Do not forget to dampen your sponges, guys. This foundation also looks really nice and natural on the skin. It's not too heavy whatsoever and you literally don't feel it. Like, it's one of those foundations where it's just like your skin but better type of look. It's definitely not cakey at all. Alright, so I'm going to let that set, and in the meantime I'm going to apply my concealer. This is my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I love this concealer for myself because it doesn't crease on me and it also stays put for a really long time. So use whatever concealer you feel like works best for your skin, whatever lasts the longest on you and then doesn't crease. So I'm just going to apply this right underneath my eyes, and I am going to highlight a bit with this. So I'm going to bring it down just a little bit on the sides of my nose. And I'm also going to put a tiny bit down the bridge of my nose and on my chin. And then again, taking my beauty blender and I'm just going to blend all of that out. And then as soon as you apply your concealer, you want to go right in with a powder. I'm taking this Marc Jacobs powder. This is from the Mirage Filter palette. I'm taking that yellow shade. And on a tapered highlighter brush, I'm just going to apply that right underneath my eyes. If you do have oily skin, you may want to set your whole entire face. I personally have very dry skin and I don't feel like I need to set my whole entire face, so I'm going to just leave the rest of my face alone. So now it's time to work on the lower lash line, which is the best part of the whole entire tutorial. So I'm going to take my Urban Decay Electric palette. I'm taking this bright neon pink color right over here called Savage on a flat brush, and I'm going to start applying that right on the first quarter of my lower lash line. Now I'm going to take this color right over here called Jilted, and on the same brush I'm going to blend that into the pink and extend it a little bit. We are creating sort of like a gradient on the lower lash line. Then I'm going back into Blitz on the same brush that we used to apply it on the lid. And I'm going to use this to apply right on the last part of my lower lash line that we have not touched yet. So you basically want it to fade from the pink all the way into the Blitz color. You do want to take a clean blending brush that has a little bit of the peach smoothie left over on it, and you just want to blend right underneath it just to sort of diffuse the edges a little bit. You don't want to completely take away the pigment. You just want to make sure that it's not too harsh. Alright, so I'm now going to go off camera and just apply my lashes and my brows, and then we'll be right back just to finish off the look. So I'm just going to take a matte creamy color. This is Mirage from Makeup Geek, and I'm just going to apply this to my brow bone as well as to the inner corner of my eye. I'm not applying something super shimmering to the brow bone or the inner corner because there is so much going on the eye already. I don't want it to like be a little bit too much, because at some point it becomes overkill. Alright, so now let's finish off the rest of the face. So before we move on to the blush and all that, let's do the jewels, which is like the best part of this whole entire look. So I had some Swarovski crystals just lying around, so I figured I would put them to use and use them for this tutorial. I have a ton of like pink ones, I have some blue ones, and I have some purple ones. So I'm going to take the purpley pink ones because I think those will look the best and will really complement the pink that we have going on the lower lash line. I'm really going to just follow my eyebrow with the Swarovski crystals. I've never done this before, so I don't know how it's going to turn out, but let's all hope that it's going to turn out a-okay. Okay, so I'm going to use my House of Lashes eyelash glue. You could also use spirit gum if you want. That will be very, very, very tacky. And I'm basically going to start dotting where I want the crystals to be. You definitely want to let that sit for a few seconds so that it gets tacky. And now I'm going to take my tweezers and I'm going to pick up my crystals and I'm just going to place that where I placed the glue. This is so cool. And then for the last two dots that I placed, I'm actually placing the purple ones just to spice it up a bit. Alright, so now that we have our face jewels on, which are looking a little bit cool, you obviously do not have to do this. I think it looks really, really, really awesome. So all I'm going to do for the face is apply some bronzer and blush and highlighter. I'm definitely not going to contour because we have so much going on over here. I really don't want the face to be harsh at all. So for my bronzer, I'm going to be taking NARS Laguna. And I'm just going to dust this all over my face just to bronze it up and give me a nice looking glow. I would put it on my temples, but just be careful not to hit the brow jewels. Alright, so now for the blush, I'm going to be taking Pink Quartz from Bobbi Brown. This is like a highlighting blush. It has like some pink as well as some bronze bricks in here. So it just gives a really pretty glow to the skin, and it's definitely not overpowering, which is why I'm going to use it. And I'm just going to dust this on my cheeks, and this will give you a really pretty glow on your cheeks, and it'll give you some color as well. So I'm going to be taking Becca Moonstone, and I'm just going to apply this to the tops of my cheekbones to really give me that glow. So I'm going to take MAC Subculture lip liner. I'm going to line my lips with that, and then I'm going to fill it in with Bite Leche, which is a really, really pretty pinky nude. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll be right back. So that's it for the finished tutorial. I actually ended up taking off the two purple jewels right over here because I felt like it was sort of making me look like I had a unibrow. Taking them off sort of separated my brows a bit and made them look a little bit better. Anyways, if you would like to see my last video, then definitely click over here and give this video a big thumbs up if you ended up enjoying it, and subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed already. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!